I did this a minute ago and it wasn't recording, so let's do it again. You can see I've partially set up. Well, to be honest, mostly there. All I've got to do is put a fire pit up and some lantern holders. But apart from that, that's it. I'm playing around with a few bits and pieces. This is the second time I've used the awning this year. First time was just chucked it in the car and just, you know, used it. On this one I've played around with it, tweaked it a bit, changed the boxes around. I'm not using the Yeti Go 30 box, which I wasn't really using it for anything. That's a complete sort of cook station in its own right now with my brew kit, but I use it in conjunction with this. And yeah, the tables and this here, which I've sort of made as a washing up station, which should have go on the other side, but I was just testing it over here, see if it's any good for anything. If not, it's going to go on the other side. I'm going to put my washing bowl on it, and that's like a washing up station. Because I always hate, it's not that I hate washing up, I just hate disorganised washing up, where you've got bits and pieces all over the place. I just want to like it in one spot, and bang, it's done. So that's about it really, that's the way to set up. So I may tweak it throughout the weekend. Might put a side up, might take the side down, who knows, we'll play with it. It's meant to be the warmest day today this year, 20 Celsius. I can always feel the breeze, it's a lovely warm breeze, it's only 12 o'clock. And we're going to sort of keep this quite a relaxed weekend. It's been quite stressful, life is stressful at the moment, so we're going to do a bit of sort of product stuff. I've got some new, not some new stuff, some stuff I'm doing, but I've just sort of made a load of bits to show the size differences and stuff like that, if anyone's interested. Cooked some food, got some steak, got some sausages, so I'm mostly going to have steak and mash and sausages and mash, and with some peas or beans or whatnot. And I've got my brother coming down tomorrow, so I'm on my own tonight, which is really nice, just that chill. And that's about it really, it's a bit of an update. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get the stove out and have a cup of tea. So in here I've got the Petromax, 2 pots and frying pan, all non-stick, and it's really easy to cook on. Got my stove, which I'll get out in a minute, and my Eagle kettle, which is in one of my bags. On this side I've got a solo cook kit. Now I've got a lot of cook kits, so why have I got 2 sets? Well, it's a bit of luxury because I've got the space for it really. This is great, I'll just use on the stove because I've got loads of stuff that I use on the fire. This stuff I want to use on the fire. So yes, it is a bit over the top. I could have just that and do both, but I've got the space. This thing's quite compact and it's got everything in it, but I like to use that on the stove. And this is larger stuff, which I'd really use for cooking group stuff. There's like, if I brought the family along, I can do like a family of 4 meal and that, where that I'm struggling with. So, and this don't take up any space, and I use that majority of the time, and that's, if I want to cook over the fire, I will use that. Chopping board in a bowl, salt, pepper, a couple of spices, not loads of spices, but just some basic spices. These are all like knife, fork, spoons, lighter. In there, not a great deal to be honest. And in the top here, I've got some larger utensils. Anything else? Oh, I've got some tin foil and a rolling pin. Some flameless chemical heaters, backup, you never know. One of Fry's grills, and that sort of sits in there, but it ain't, as you can see, it's not overpacked. I don't like overpacking stuff. So I've got the stove, so I'll get my kettle out, and this is one of the pouches I make for the Eagle kettle. This is the stove that I use. It's a fire maple stove. I've had it over a year now and it's never let me down. It's powerful. I've had other stoves in between this stove and got rid of them, and this one just keeps on working. So I've just got like a rubber mat that I've made here so I don't spill nothing on top of the back of the car. and what I'm using is a converter that I've picked up. It didn't work perfectly, I've had to take it apart and mod it, but I'm going to use it, I think, because I'm just spending a fortune on gas bottles, and I can just keep that in now, and it's more powerful and it works throughout the year. You know, it just goes, so we'll use that. I will get gas bottles, and I do buy gas bottles, but for in the back of the car, they actually don't take up too much space. I might see if I can get a smaller version on that. I've got a little basically legs open like that, and to be honest, I just could put the kettle directly on top of there, which is fine, it works great. Or if I'm using smaller pots, you can put it directly on top of there. But sometimes if you've got a smaller pot and it's quite intense heat, so I just picked up one of these from Amazon. It's only like £6-7, and that just goes over the top there. Fits on there perfect actually. So yeah, let's get a brew going. So in the Go 30 box, this is sort of a standalone cook station in its own right, but also there's my brew kit for this. And I've got my cups, coffee, tea bags. I've got a 2 litre water in there. I've got the Yeti press, coffee. I haven't cleaned that out, terrible, I had that in the week. And just other bits like a cup, olive oil, and this, which I need to put up there. This is a sort of design, it's a heat resistant material, so great for putting hot things on, so I'm going to put that on the back of the car. And then in here, if you can see, hopefully you can see that, I'm using one of my bags for the Trangia 27. This has got some milk in there, and this is another spice kit, all my spices, and this is the knife, fork and spoon and all that in that one now. So it's quite a nice compact kit, which I can just, like if I had a swag and a rucksack, you know, I could just put this down and it's got everything in it. And in the top here, I think I've got a plate. Yeah, I've got a plate and some little utensils. And sometimes it's nice when you're sort of packing up, or once you've got everything in the car, I can have this out, and if I just want to sit and have a brew or cook something to eat, while everything's all packed away, it's there, so I can use that. But I think I'm going to have a cup of tea, put the camera down for a bit, and enjoy this weather. I brought my binoculars along so I can see what nature's around as well. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon. So I'm using these OneTigris bags. Now this is the older version. They do a newer version. I think these are slightly bigger, so I don't know how the new version works, but I've got about 5 of them, and it seems a lot. And a lot of them are not being, 2 of them are not being used, but they're there just in case if family come along, spare clothes and stuff like that. But I will show you through the weekend how I use them. But for this one, I've got 3 of the outhouse pouches, which I sell on the website, and I've got 3 different colours, and I've been using these for the last few months, so they have been getting used, but basically I've just put stuff inside them. So in these ones I've got some crocks and a hot water bottle. Obviously for winter time it was nice to have. Next one, I've got a few essentials, cleaning stuff, bin bags, things like that. So these are all clean items. I've got a sink in there as well if I need it. And in this one I've got, so in winter time I use this Stanley 2 litre insulated bottle, and so if I'm heating water and I'm always going to have a fire going, I put it in there. I've got 2 litres of water sitting there. And this is a Yeti one which I'm going to use this weekend. This what I leave it in there all the time, so when I'm away, especially summertime, you know, this is insulated, so I'm going to have cold water. So, and I'll show you what I'm using in the others throughout the weekend. But they do. So in this box I sort of keep the heaviest stuff. I've got one of TJM Metalworks grills in there. This is like a water bag where I've got a 10 litre Cedar Summit water container, so if I need to go and get some water I can go and get it, which I may do. This is my bin. I just don't like having a black bag or whatever bag floating around, so I've had this one for a while now and it works really well. And then you can zip it up and stop any bugs or animals or anything getting in it at night. This is my stove I'm using. Is the TJM Metalworks Traveller stove, which you're going to have on the website any minute now, and it works great. What else do I need in here? Right, I'm going to take this, and this is where I keep three things in fact. So I keep a Petromax oven, a bit like the Omni oven, but Petromax's version. And also I've got 2 of these bowls, so they don't take up, 1 or 2 don't take up any difference in space, but I like to use them for my washing bowl and also for mixing up bread and things like that. And all that's contained in one bag. I don't think I need anything else in there. I have got another Petromax grill if I want to do larger cooking and stuff. I don't know, I may use it later, I'm not too sure. So basically I've moved it around to this side, and that gives me the ability to wash stuff, put stuff on there, and even because it's got holes I can dry stuff out quite easily. So I moved it around, it made sense. I've got enough space for my ladder to get into the rooftop tent that I've put up, and yeah, I think that'd be really nice. I'll see how it goes this weekend. Cheers, this is a decaf coffee. A bit too late in the day to have a normal one, but I quite like that, the Mocco style of making coffee. Yeah, it's nice. I generally put one of these fire blankets down, especially now it's getting warmer. It's always worth putting one of these down. That'll do just right there. Just working out how I'm going to cook it. I'm going to have some steak. No, I'm going to have some sausages. And I think I might use that Petromux oven and cook my sausages in here on top of this stove. So I will put this around it, which is a windbreaker, just in case. A slight breeze comes around every now and again, but also it works really well as containing the heat. Just trying to work out the best way to do this. Let's move this over slightly. It would be nice to have that in the middle as well, and the reason being is sometimes it can get a bit hot in there, and that would just bring the heat down slightly. Let's turn it on and see how we get on with it. So I'm also using Outhouse's box pouches, which again I sell on the website, in these OneTigris boxes, and in the top I've got a large one which has got the majority of the food. So you've got quite a lot of food in there, and then I've got two smaller ones that fit in the bottom. That's full of ration packs, so it's always handy to have ration packs, so that fits in there quite nicely. Got a handle on there, and so that's full of ration packs, and this has got other things like, actually the sausage is still frozen a bit, I didn't realise, I should have took them out earlier. And in here I've got other things, so I want some mash, so I did pick up some of the Idaho mash, and I've got I might go with a cheese one, and that I might do me 2 days, I don't know. I might see if I can make some gravy with one of them beef stocks. I know they're porks, but never mind. But yeah, they fit in here really well. And what else have I got? What else do I need to take out of these? One of them's butter, one of them's coconut oil, and I've got a tomato soup, don't need that. I've got a tin of beans, and I've got some peas. Them sausages are going to take some time, which is fine. So I'm just going to let them cook slowly, give them an hour. Yeah, I think they'll be like an hour. And then also I've got the Yorkshire, but I'll get that out later. I've just got to work out what I'm going to eat with this. So what have I done so far? Well, the sausages are cooking all right, and they brown me very slowly, so I've just slightly turned it up. I've got my Yorkshires that I've just cut in half, which I'm going to put in there shortly. They may burn slightly at the bottom, but it's what it is. Hopefully they'll be all right, because I don't think there's enough space on top. And got my peas, which I'm just going to crack open now. And once they're sort of done, I'm going to take that off, then I'll put the kettle on for the Just got to heat up them peas. I just got to work out how to do that quick. Oh, want to boil, want to boil. Turn that off because that's a bit leery. Plates. Yeah, they look done. I will open them up just to make sure. 3 I do, and I'll take them. Yep, they're hot enough. Stokes sweet and sticky barbecue. So I picked up at the Beccles camp. It's 10 to 6, so it's not bad on timing on the food. And yeah, the sausages look good. Well, the time is coming up to 7:30 and the sun's just settling. I actually went for a little walk actually. The sun was so bright I had to put the side on because I was trying to eat my dinner and it was just too bright. That was the problem, brightness. So I put the side on. But that's a lovely sunset and I've just been sitting there watching it. It's still got some kindling in there. It's a slightly bigger bits. Just sit here. Watch the sun go down. Got the fire going actually, really nice. I was going to put my kettle in here but I won't bother. I might have a cup of tea in a minute, but I'll get the jet boil out of the reactor stove to do that. Morning, the sun's out again, which is nice, and I'm just sort of chilling. I've got myself a cup of coffee on the go. I just brought the reactor up for me last night, and yeah, it's quite nice. The first time I've been in the rooftop tent when the weather's been nice, and it is quite nice that I can open this big door up and feel like I'm outside. Just show you. And I'll just quick show inside. It's quite nice in here. Yeah, it's really nice in here. So I've quite a large sleeping bag, which is not the best. It's a fishing sleeping bag, which I generally use inside the swags and stuff like that. But this one is quite a wide one actually. It is really wide, and the trouble is with it, that wide you get cold spots, especially when it's really cold in the winter time. So it's not great for that. Maybe not so bad in the summer, or like last night, it's fine. But when it's cold, you have to just move yourself a bit, and then there's a lot of cold spots. And obviously a sleeping bag's there. Your body heats up the sleeping bag, but you can't generate enough heat to heat this thing up. So I may look into getting a smaller one, but for the summer it's fine. It is heated, it's got heating elements in it, so I'll bring the jackery up, and it does warm it up, which is nice, but it only does the centre core of it. But apart from that, I had a pretty good set. I did wake up at 3 o'clock for an hour for some reason. I couldn't get back to sleep. Does happen, but I got back to sleep, and then I woke up about 8:30, which is quite late to be honest. But I just looked at my watch and I got 8 hours and 20 minutes sleep, which is actually really good for me, really good. And I'm just going to finish my coffee and just take in the views from up here and out there. No one's on the campsite, I'm the only one here. So, you know, just take the time, and when I get up, I'm going to have some breakfast. But there we go for now. So that's done like a complete talk. While I was sitting there, just doing a chat to you guys about what was last night like, my sleep and everything. And then I just looked at my camera and I forgot to turn the receiver on the microphone, so you didn't get any of it. Well, you might see me, but you won't have heard any of it. So. Do you know what? I'll tell you now why I'm doing this. It's going to be quite high catching this because we've got the light, and we've got the darks and the lights, and it's really hard, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so I went to bed. It was a lovely evening last night. When it got to about 7:30 and 7:45 and the sun went down, it turned really nice. Then I got the fire going, and I sat around the fire till about 10 o'clock, and it was really nice. You end up doing a lot of pottering around when you're on your own, which is good because you can do lots of bits and pieces. But yeah, it was really nice. Then I think I went to sleep about 10:30, 11. I stayed up for a little bit, for about an hour, and yeah, that was it really. Woke up at 3 o'clock though for some reason. I don't know why. I was up for about an hour, but I still done all right because I looked at my phone this morning, and I slept for about 8.5 hours, which is really good. So I've done my admin this morning, and had a wash, clean my teeth, all the normal affair. And so all we've got to do now is cook some breakfast. So I'm going to do some pancakes and bacon. So I'm just working out what's the best way to do it. Now, I'm no expert at pancakes. I've made them a few times, so it's going to be guesswork, a lot of it. It's not like a natural thing for me because I've not done it enough. So it's a question of trial and error. So I don't know if I should do the pancakes first and cook the bacon afterwards. I think that might be the plan of action, to be honest. So we need eggs, we need flour, we need milk, I think we need a bit of sugar, and oil or butter. So I think we've got all them elements. Now I'm using self-raising flour. I'm just going to take down the one of the side panels. Might make it a bit better actually. Stop the breeze and also give me. I think that's a bit better. Maybe not. Sun's coming right through there, typical, isn't it? So here we go. So I'm going to gauge this out. I'm going to do cups. So I can say that's one. Two cups. Salt, sugar. Smells sweet. And let's mix it. Trying to film and do this is a nightmare. I'll cook these with butter because I think pancakes should be cooked in butter. This is a really good non-stick pan, so it shouldn't really stick. But we'll do a test one first. I think we can do 2 at a time. Do you know what, I'm just going to go for 2 while I'm here. A bit longer, I think. Not too bad. Slight, I think about 30 seconds or a minute longer. That would have been perfect. But that's got a nice colour to it. I don't want to burn them, so I think let's take them out. Right, turn that heat down a bit more now. Bring the brew kit round here. It's too windy around that side. It's not even that windy, it's just a wind trap. So there we go. Pancakes. I put honey on them, bacon and my spare sausage from yesterday. I've chucked that on there. And yeah, that's breakfast. Chaos, to be honest, but it's when you're trying to film at the same time as trying to cook or do something is really hard, and especially when this sun, as it is at the moment, it's all over the place. So here we go. I wish I had some maple syrup, but I put honey on it. Them pancakes are good. Yeah, no, I'll have to do that in the future. It's like any of these things, the more you do it, the better you get it. And even though I've done it in the past, I don't do it regular enough to remember how to do it. So it's not hard. It's just doing it, isn't it, really? So I'm going to eat this, and I'll speak to you guys later.
Shall I do that?
Yeah, that's pretty nice, man. It's got some rigs on top there warming up, and we're getting ready to put some prawns in there. It'll be nice, isn't it?
Let's get it. Oh, Dave, it's going to be awesome. Right, let's get the prawns, let's get the bread. Ready? Sizzle my chisel. Ready?
Alright, hang on. Go on, oh, look at that.
Ready?
Yeah, go for it. That's him ribs looking. Ooh. See, yeah.
Ribs, anyone?
Got lovely eves tonight, a bit cooler than last night, which is better. It was too hot. That's how big that spine is. Get off!
Go on. Put your green.
Oh, I've got some steaks on the go. We was meant to eat them last night. We didn't eat them because we had enough to eat, so sort of packed up. The sun's coming. Well, the sun's coming through, and we're just going to have these steaks and yeah, let the steaks rest for a bit. They look really nice. We've got some sourdough bread coming. Be a nice steak sandwich. Looking forward to it.
Oh, I can't wait. So looking forward to this. What a lovely treat on a Sunday morning to have a steak sandwich.
Nice, isn't it?
Beautiful.
2 seconds.